I'm Lauren, by the way. I'm one of the physical therapists at Legacy Physical Therapy. And this is my son, William. He's a little over a year and a half right now. So we're very much getting into toddlerhood right now. And I am also currently 23 weeks pregnant with another boy. So we're due at the end of May. And so I wanted to do a topic just that can help women that are juggling being pregnant and taking care of a toddler, because as we know, pregnancy can create some things like back pain, which is super normal and super common. In fact, I think there's 50 to 60% the statistic of having low back pain while you're pregnant. So super common. But so I wanted to talk about some ways or some tips that we can manage back pain while we're pregnant and while we're carrying or lifting a little person, and some techniques of how to lift. We'll go over some posture and things like that. So a big reason why with pregnancy that we do end up having back pain is because we have a lot of postural changes happening. There's a lot of shifting in your weight, of course your abdomen, a lot of stretching happening in the core, and so that's a big stabilizer for our back. So when those muscles are really stretched out, we lose a lot of stability. Our ligaments get very lax, so a hormone called relaxin is very much at work, at play, because it's preparing your body for delivery. So when that hormone is working, it's helping to open up our pelvis, make it more flexible, so when it is time to have a baby, our pelvis can get that baby out. So super common to have all this instability issues happening with the back. And then now we add in, a 25 to 35 pound toddler on top of all of that added stress. And it's no wonder that a lot of us get back pain. So couple techniques I'm going to show you, and we're here in his room because one of them is going to involve the crib. But the first one, which is perfect because he's all set up for me right now, is that when you're lifting, everything you want to do is you're going to hinge at the hips. So to move this up here. But so if I had to lift him from where he is, what I want to do is that I want to hinge forward. So I don't want to do this and lift, which is a lot of us what we do. We don't want to bend at the back, at the spine. We want to imagine like we're sitting back in a chair, and then we want to lift from here. Okay? So again, and then if we put him back down, then we're going to hinge, we're going to sit back and put it back. So again, imagine like you're sitting back in a chair. Oh, wow. Okay. We're sitting back in a chair, your hip hinging, and then you're keeping your back neutral. So again, we're not doing any bending at the back, but that we're keeping that nice posture. Okay, what'd you think of that? That wasn't so bad, right? Wasn't so bad. What do you think? Oh, you want the computer. That's okay. Another thing that you'll notice too is that I kept him really close to me. Okay, let's find some things. Let's find some things to play with. Yeah. All right, so anytime you're lifting or carrying, you want to keep them really close to your body. So we want to avoid scenarios where we are having to so fun where we are having to reach for them. So this could be a scenario where car seat, getting them in and out of the crib, things like that. So we want to keep them really close. So I'm going to close this. So say you're getting your little guy out of the crib. Okay? Beep, beep. So you're getting him out of the crib, very common scenario. I put a stack of books here. One thing you could do is put one foot up. So you can do like a stack of books. You gonna show him your dog? or a step stool, so that can kind of take some pressure and help you get over the side of the crib, so the rail of the crib. So if I'm gonna go get him, I'm gonna bend over. Again, I gotta keep my back straight. I'm gonna reach for him, and then I'm gonna keep him close, as close as I can, so we're not reaching. So the closer you keep him to your body, the less work or less force that's gonna be on your back, your muscles, all of that. So it can be a lot easier. Okay, third point, when we lift, we want to exhale. So you don't want to breath hold. So a lot of times when we're breath holding, when we lift, you know, we're not thinking about it. We just want to get the job done. So when we go to lift, we want to make sure that we want to exhale. So breath in as I go to lift him. Exhale as I lift. Okay? With breath holding, what happens is all that pressure goes typically to the pelvic floor. Also can go to the disc in your back. So when we exhale, we're decreasing that intra-abdominal pressure, which helps, again, prevent things like prolapse, stress incontinence, just any of that added stress on the pelvic floor that we don't want. I feel like I'm getting out of breath. Okay, yes, 25-pound toddlers. All right, and then the last thing, which is super, super common, and this is more to deal with when we're carrying our babies, is that, you know, we all do this kind of like hip pop, like the mom hold the toddler on the side of the body. So what you're going to do instead is keep in mind, you ready, buddy? Okay, ready? We're going to lift. Okay. So instead of doing, I know, you want to say hi to everyone? Look, is that a baby? So, yeah, a lot of us do where we do this. We kind of do, and we have one arm free, and we're doing something. Hey, no, you don't want that guy. This is toddlerhood, typical. You want that guy? No? Okay. So we want to avoid the hip pop, okay, because again, that's putting a lot of stress and strain on our spine. So we can still carry them on the side. You want a book? Okay. We can still carry them on the side, but make sure that we're stacking our rib cage over our pelvis. This is hilarious. You want that? Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So again, we don't want to be here. We don't want to be here. We want to keep everything stacked. So either you can have them wrapped around your body, but use your other arm to hold. What, buddy? What do you want? Okay. You want that one? Okay. He's really into this book. I highly recommend, by the way. So again, keep everything stacked. If you can, if you do kind of hold them on the side, hold them like this. Or if you want to hold them in front of your body, hold them right here. So again, everything is stacked on my body. I'm not here. I'm not here. But then I'm keeping everything kind of in line. And I think that's all I have for you today. So, now that we have our book, and now that we're all happy, I think. So those were the 4 points I wanted to make. Again, remember to hip hinge, keep your back neutral, try not to bend over to pick them up. Keep the toddler, keep your baby really close to you, so closer, less reaching over something. Try to see how can I get as close to them as I can before I lift. Exhale when you lift, so avoid any breath holding. That's going to protect your pelvic floor. It's going to protect your back. And then when you are holding them or carrying them, and we got something to do, you know, around the house, do not hold them and pop out that hip. So try to keep everything nice and stacked to kind of protect the spine. So, oh, okay. I think we're going to read this book now. Anyway, everyone out there, stay safe, and we will see you next time. Can you say bye-bye? Bye bye. Thanks.